By 1793 to 1794, the French Revolution had entered its most radical phase, the Reign of Terror. France was at war with nearly all of Europe. Monarchists and royalists threatened to overturn the revolution at home, and paranoia was widespread. The revolutionary government, led by the Committee of Public Safety, believed that terror was necessary to protect the revolution. At the center of this was Maximilien Robespierre, a lawyer and revolutionary who rose to be the most influential member of the committee. He believed that virtue without terror is powerless, meaning that anyone opposing the revolution must be ruthlessly eliminated. Georges Danton, a fiery orator and popular leader, had been Robespierre's close ally. Both were key architects of the overthrow of the monarchy and the establishment of the Republic. Danton had helped inspire the storming of the Tuileries Palace in 1792 and the execution of King Louis XVI. But as the terror intensified, Danton began to oppose the endless executions. He believed the revolution should end the terror and restore some normalcy. Robespierre, however, saw any call to ease up as betrayal. He believed corruption and counter-revolution still lurked everywhere. Danton and his followers, known as the Indulgents, called for clemency, moderation, and reconciliation. Robespierre accused them of corruption and conspiring with enemies of the revolution. In March 1794, Robespierre and his allies moved decisively. Danton, along with Camille Desmoulins, another old friend of Robespierre, were arrested. Despite Danton's charisma and the fact that he could have turned the crowd in his favor, the Revolutionary Tribunal, now just a rubber stamp, found them guilty of treason. On April 5, 1794, Danton and Desmoulins were guillotined. Danton's last words were defiant. "My only regret is that I am going before that rat Robespierre." Robespierre's own fall. Robespierre's purge didn't stop there. He kept expanding the list of enemies of the revolution. He alienated moderates and radicals alike, and even his allies feared they might be next. He shut down political clubs, censored the press, and claimed a monopoly on virtue. By the summer of 1794, fear turned to backlash. His enemies in the convention banded together. On July 27, 1794, 9 Thermidor, year 2, in the revolutionary calendar, Robespierre was shouted down as he tried to speak in the National Convention. He and his allies were declared outlaws. The next day, after a failed suicide attempt that shattered his jaw, Robespierre was arrested and guillotined without trial, the same fate he had inflicted on so many, including his closest friend. Robespierre's fall ended the Reign of Terror. His execution marked a turning point. The revolution shifted away from radical Jacobin rule and toward a more conservative, corrupt phase called the Thermidorian reaction. The irony is chilling. The man who demanded that even his closest friends must die for the revolution was himself consumed by the same machinery of fear he had created.